Hi Dance Magazine readers, welcome back to Dance Magazine's YouTube channel. My name is Haley Hilton and this is Dancer Diary, where I am chronicling my life as a dancer in New York City. I'm so happy to have you here. Today we're going to go on a walk through Central Park and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's been on my mind. The subject of this column/vlog this month is callbacks. Are we in purgatory or paradise? Check it out. I feel like I've lived in New York for too long because I feel like I thought like, oh yeah, I come to Central Park all the time with my dog. It's like so peaceful. Like obviously New York is New York, but like it'll be great. It has been so freaking loud everywhere I've gone. There is a full-on rock concert going on in the mall. And if I leave that, then there's like saxophones playing. There's all of this chaos. And I can't believe I didn't predict it. It's like I think I live in so much noise all the time now that like my standard for quiet and peace is so different, and I can't get away from it, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so if I were to give a title to this season of dance for me, I would call it a season of callbacks, which is amazing. I've been so lucky that for the past like 3 or 4 months, I would say, I've had a steady stream of in-person appointments and callbacks and even a few final callbacks, which has been so great. I have a friend in the industry and she told me, you know, if you're getting callbacks, like essentially you're working, like it means you're like qualified for this, that you're getting second looks, that they like you, but like maybe you're just not the right fit for that specific part. And I genuinely feel so grateful to be in this place. You know, looking back at me when I was sick, I always said like, I just want to try. Like I just want to be able to try and do this. And obviously I was at doctor's offices and I was hooked up to needles and having infusions, and like it just wasn't even close to being an option for me. And so now that it is, like I feel so lucky. And then I even look back to like, you know, 2 years ago, I just wanted to get an agent and it was so hard because of COVID. And then I got her a year ago. And then like I would say for the first 6 months of having her, she let me know, you know, things are hard because of COVID. There's like quite a few things that you're up against right now, but like just wait, it'll pick up. And for the first chunk of time, I was like, man, I just want to be in the room. Like, why can't I get into an audition room? And that was part of why I was so drawn to joining the union before I was necessarily ready, is because I was like, well, at least I'll be seen. Like, at least I'll be dancing or doing something. And so it's really gratifying that in this chunk of time, no, I am getting in the room through in-person appointments. And that's like exactly what I could ask for. I'm so grateful. And I don't want that to stop. But at the same time, I think probably a lot of you can relate to this, where you're getting appointments and you're making it so close, you're getting right to the end and you're not booking. And in some ways it feels like you're in this callback purgatory, like I mentioned. Like, how do I get out of this loop to actually book, to you know, be on stage or be on those sets and like just do the performing aspect? In the midst of all of these questions and concerns and kind of like spiraling on like, how do I push my own personal needle forward to break through this kind of callback purgatory, I had a meeting with my agent, and she said she re-signed me, which is great. And when we talked about my work over the past year and if she's happy with where I'm at, she said yes. You know, you've been getting a lot of callbacks, which is great. And basically, like, especially post-COVID where things are slow and weird, if someone is getting lots of callbacks within the first year, they're thrilled. And that was validating to hear. And then basically she was like, she hasn't gotten any negative feedback about me from any of the people that that I've been auditioning for. And she said, you know, basically it comes down to like, are you the right fit for the job? And like, don't give up on the industry, just keep going, keep trying. I'm like, okay. I spoke with a casting director who echoed the sentiment. He basically said, if you're getting callbacks, you're winning the lottery. If you are getting the part, you're winning the lottery 3 times over. He said the numbers are just like not in performers' favors, which is bleak, but whatever. If you're struggling to turn that needle, it's probably because there's something really specific for that part that they are looking for. This point that Lucille was making was really driven home recently when I had an audition. In the room, I could feel that the choreographers liked me. I felt like I was doing good work. There was like that buzz and that energy when you get into that flow state. I felt like we were vibing. They were hiring 7 dancers, and it was a long audition day, and they cut it down to 10 of us. And they said basically like, we're only hiring 7 of you. We're gonna go talk about it. And they said at the time, like, a lot of it will come down to who fits the costume. I got a call from Lucille later saying like, okay, you didn't get the job. And I was really disappointed and also really confused. She asked me, how did you feel in the room? I'm like, I felt great in the room. And she was like, you should feel great in the room. Apparently the choreographers went out of their way to talk to her, but she said the choreographers don't have to do, and they often don't do, but these ones wanted to let her know that they wanted to hire me specifically, that they were rooting for me, that they felt like my technique was the right fit for it, but that the producers wanted someone taller, which is a bummer. Like, there's really nothing you can do about that, right? Like, I had everything they needed and that they were looking for, but it all came down to a couple of inches. I grew up having my teachers say that that's like common, like you never know, like they needed a brunette and you were blonde, or all these different things. And I remember feeling like, oh, they're just saying that to make us feel better, like, you know, it softens the blow when you don't book a job. But then it actually happened to me where I found out the reason why I didn't book the job really was about 2 inches. So in some ways it's validating, like, okay, they liked me, I was good enough. And the choreographers even told Lucille that they hoped to work with me in the future, which is great. You know, this isn't purgatory, because I am making relationships that maybe down the road will actually turn into an actual job, and maybe it's a better job than I could have imagined for myself. And she said, you know, that's the point of it. You're making progress, you're getting in the room, these people are getting to know you, and when you're the right fit for the job, you'll book the job. Don't give up on the industry, just hang in there, your time is coming. You just have to like keep going. And so, you know, is this callback purgatory or is it paradise? It depends on the way you look at it. And with everything, with me coming back to dance, I've had to look at things positively. You know, there was a version of my life where I never got to come back. And here I am. And I'm so grateful to be in the room and doing these things. And I'm grateful for the validation and the positive feedback. And I'm excited to see where this goes. And hopefully it turns into a dream job. And in the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy the process. All right, and that's a wrap. Thanks for coming on this walk with me. It was so great. And come back next month to see what I have cooking. Bye. Mwah.